Hello, and welcome back to the channel. And today I'm going to be comparing the Toyota IQ to the Citroen Ami. So stay tuned for this video. So some of you may be wondering straight off the bat, why would I be comparing two vehicles that are maybe slightly different classes. The Toyota IQ, for anybody who doesn't know, is a car that's designed to be smaller than the Toyota Aygo. It's sold from about 2009 and finished production about 2015. And the Citroen Ami came out earlier on this year and is a small two-door, two-seat kind of quadricycle car light vehicle. And I thought it'd be quite fun to compare both because of similar dimensions and just to kind of see what's what, because you can get a nice IQ for about the price of a new Citroen Ami. So we'll start off the bat. The dimensions of the Toyota IQ is about 2,985 millimeters, which is just under 3 meters in length. There was a Citroen IQ and an Aston Martin Signet sold also, which are a wee bit longer than this. They also have 1.68 meters in width, and the height sits about 1.5. By comparison, the little Ami is 2,410 millimeters, so about 2.4 meters. Width is only 1.39 meters, and the height is about 1,520 millimeters or 1.5 meters. So it's actually a little bit taller in height. Width is about 300 millimeters shorter, and overall in length, the vehicle is about 500, so half a meter maybe in length. It's 2.4 in the Ami versus about 2.9 in the IQ. The weight of the vehicles are very interesting. I thought this is quite fun as well. So the Ami sits about 485 kilograms, or just over 1,069 pounds, just over 1,000 pounds, with the 5.5 kilowatt hour battery. The IQ is still quite light. It's under a ton. It's about 860 kilos, which is about 1,896 pounds if you're watching elsewhere in the world. So for the layout of the vehicles, both are kind of front powered and front wheel drive. The Ami uses a 5.5 kilowatt lithium ion battery. It's good for about 47 miles of range. It produces a whole 8 horsepower. The IQ came in a couple of engine options. Over in the States, the Citroen IQ was only 1.3. I believe the Aston Martin Signet was only 1.3. However, the IQ, you could also get a 1 litre, which is the car that I have, which is the 1 litre engine, which produces just about 67 horsepower, 98 newton meters of torque. So interior wise, both have got surprisingly good kind of headroom, general interior cabin space. It's kind of like a TARDIS in both vehicles. The IQ is more traditional car setup with the doors hinged at the front. We do have actually 4 seats and a small boot, and I mean small, you could fit a pair of sunglasses back there with the rear seats in place. Whereas the Ami trades the space for 2 seats, kind of one staggered ahead, the driver's kind of staggered ahead of the passenger. There is no boot, but there is a little bit of storage at the passenger's feet, and there's also storage behind the seats and kind of like a little dinket there. So there is a little bit more room. Overall cargo space, I'd probably give it to the IQ because you could fold the 2 rear seats and you have kind of enough room for a larger suitcase. Interior quality wise, they're very different again. The IQ again feels more like an upmarket version of an Aygo, which means it's like a slightly more premium kind of feeling car. It does feel well built. You could probably put a Lexus badge on that and you wouldn't know the difference. The Ami, on the other hand, is a little bit more kind of made at home, kind of shed feeling. It is nice, and it's got kind of wee weld marks that you can see for the frame. It is kind of a metal frame with plastic panels, and it doesn't have really much amenities. The interior plastics are kind of waterproof. You could wash them down, wipe them down, and there is enough little dinkets on the dash to store things, and you get cargo nets as well in the door, which is pretty cool. Out in the road is where it gets real fun. Actually, the Ami's really novel and really fun on the driving around the industrial estate. It doesn't really have much suspension. It's quite hard and firm over the kind of uneven roads we have here in Scotland, but it is quick off the line, and you kind of feel that the motor pulling you across. 8 horsepower doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're pulling off the line, it is quite good and instantaneous. Top speed is just under 28 miles per hour, so you wouldn't really want to be taking it anywhere where you go over 30 because you'll be holding up traffic. But the novelty factor is amazing. Like, you've kind of got this great kind of glass house, you've got kind of the sunroof or glass roof. It doesn't open, but you've got all that glass space, and it's got great visibility all around. And yeah, people look at you because you're in this kind of blue, kind of interesting looking vehicle that not many people have seen. The IQ, on the other hand, quite slow. It does have a little bit of torque pulling off the line, having driven. It means powered transmission, sorry, goes through the CVT gearbox, so it's a little bit noisy, but yeah, it's all right. People just see it as a car, and you're not going to get any wow factor from it. But maybe for day to day in the winter, it does actually have decent heating with air vents, and you can have optional heated seats as well if you can find one with that. Probably a benefit of the IQ is you could take it on a motorway and the range is more than 47 miles. I get about 400 miles with a full petrol tank. But I know people are going to comment below, you can't comment like for like. However, I thought it'd just be fun today to comment on both vehicles after having driven both and currently driving IQ quite regularly. I thought it'd be quite good fun. Definitely the Ami's got the kind of bonus of being a good city vehicle. You can not really worry about it because the plastic panels, if somebody's going to ding you in a supermarket car park. Compact dimensions mean you're not going to have to worry about space if you're maybe living in the city of like Edinburgh or Glasgow or one of these built up areas. Ideal for taking to the train station or maybe doing deliveries if you're like a pizza delivery person. The IQ is definitely ideal if you're doing city but maybe want to take it out city occasionally. It gives you that flexibility, put a little bit of petrol in it, and you could do a journey up to Inverness, or you could take a trip to Newcastle without having to worry about charging or taking the country back roads because you can't take it on the motorway. All in all, a good bit of fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Comment below your thoughts on both vehicles. What would you have? Is there another option? What would you have? Maybe the Smart E, an electric smart car, or something different?